$100 MBA Show, that business oomph you need every single day with our daily 10-minute business lessons for the real world. I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, Omar Zenhom. I'm also the co-founder of the $100 MBA, a complete business training and community online. Check out our free course and our free guides over at 100mba.net. In today's episode, you will learn how to add personality to your product. A product that has personality, that has an identity, that creates a great experience for its customers, gets talked about, and grows via word of mouth really quickly. In other words, it's easier to go viral with your product when you're memorable and people enjoy your experience. So how do you insert personality into your product? Well, that's what we'll be covering in today's episode. There are brands out there from Code Academy to MailChimp that just scream personality, and we just love them because they're fun, they're funny, they're light, and they're not going to go anywhere because of that personality they built around their brand. We're going to share some of their insights as well as how you can build the personality you want for your product, where to start, and how to start implementing this in your business right now. All right, guys, let's get into it. Let's get down to business. Today's episode of the $100 MBA Show is sponsored by SumoMe. We've been using SumoMe for the past 2 years, and we absolutely love it because it's the best tool for collecting email addresses, growing your email list, building traffic to your website. I was just looking at our stats earlier. In the last 3 months, SumoMe alone, just the app on the website, has collected over 3,000 emails for the $100 MBA. Best of all, you can get it for free and have it free forever. Just go to our special link, 100mba.net/SumoMe. That's 100mba.net/SumoMe. There's a lot I want to cover in today's lesson on inserting personality into your product so you can make sure you have a great experience for your customers. So I'm going to jump right into it. The first thing you really need to do before you start doing anything to your business or to your product is understand your target customer. I know you heard this a million times, but you're not really going to know how to communicate with them and know what delights them or makes them laugh or makes them really say, hey, that's cool, if you don't know what's cool to them. So before you type a single line of web copy or any kind of GIF you want to add to your onboarding sequence, you need to answer a few questions. Who's your target customer? What age bracket or demographic do they fall into? What kind of language do they use? What's the words they use when they describe your service or what they want to do in that market? You got to find the answers to these questions and incorporate them into your product descriptions. You don't want to be speaking a different language as them. You want to be speaking the same language. I'm not talking about English versus French here. I'm talking about English versus English, or in other words, English versus jargon. Speak the language of your customers and understand the lingo. For example, often when I'm talking about basketball with a friend and Nicole's around, who is not really as into basketball as I am, it's just not something she grew up with. It's like I'm speaking a foreign language. It's because I'm using a lot of terminology that she simply isn't used to. Or I could say, oh, Russell Westbrook had a triple-double last night. And she'd be like, what in the world is a triple-double? She has no idea what that is. But if I was talking to somebody who's an avid basketball fan, that's my target market, and I say triple-double, they know exactly what I'm talking about, and they resonate with it. So understand the language they use. And that could be certain jargon, or it could be simple language. Whatever the case may be, you got to write your product descriptions just as one type of audience. Stop trying to spread yourself thin and try to cater to every single person out there. Your product should be for a specific person, a specific demographic, a specific niche. Avoid the temptation of producing content that gears towards every single person with a pulse. That's how you get bland, generic web copy. That's how it's boring and it has no personality. Number 2, be unique. Be yourself and don't try to copy anybody. Be different. Be you. I was in a Jamba Juice recently and I was reading the descriptions of the smoothies they have there. And it was such a unique description, it gave the place personality. They had a smoothie that said Aloha Pineapple. And under it said, it's a luau in your mouth. And I thought that was pretty clever and funny. And you usually don't see that at a smoothie place. And if you keep reading, it gets even more interesting. I had to look this up because it was so great. The description of the smoothie was, dream of relaxing on black sand beaches beneath the waving palm trees and cooling off with this blend of strawberries, bananas, and pineapple sherbet. a gigantic sunbrella, and tiki bar not included. I just loved it because it just put you in the moment. It was original, and it just made me love Jamba Juice because it's like, these guys are cool because it's unique. We resonate with what's unique because we really feel like they made an effort. And two, it helps us filter out from the noise. It gets our attention. There's so much information out there, and there's so many copycats. Automatically, when you put something unique out there, people pay attention. Number 3, think of the experience you want your customer to have. So whether your product is a software or a course or an ebook, they go through a process of experiencing your product, even a physical product, whether that's opening up a box or signing into the course for the first time. What do you want them to experience? How do you want them to be welcomed? How do you want to show your personality? Show yourself. Give a welcome video. Have a funny GIF. We do that with the $100 MBA. People love it. Walk them by the hand and say, hey, welcome to my home. Let me show you around. Praise them when they do something like complete a course or create something with your software. Have a conversation with them as they experience your product. Keep that in mind. Have a conversation. Number 4, these are tips. These are not in any order, but this one's important. It is understanding your theme or brand. Or in other words, what is your promise? What are you all about? For example, Code Academy. Code Academy believes that learning how to code should be interactive and engaging. That's their whole thing. So they keep that in the forefront of their mind every time they interact with a customer, every time they write a piece of copy, every time they create a feature on their website. They use that kind of language of ease and fun and interactivity. I mean, when you hit the Get Started button, it literally pushes you into the console to start learning how to code right away. So it's not just some sort of quote-unquote brand. It's really their promise. Number 5, surprise. Surprise your customers. One that comes to mind is MailChimp. When I sign into MailChimp sometimes, it gives me these funny messages from the chimp, the mascot that they have. Recently, I saw the MailChimp chimp say to me, "Me love you, Omar." And it was just interesting. I was like, oh, the chimp loves me. And it was cute. And they have these little Easter eggs or little surprises all around the website. Now, this is not a political show. I'm not going to be sharing any political views, but Bernie Sanders has a really funny 404 page. You know the 404 page that you get when you're in the wrong page on your website, that page doesn't exist? He has a video there that tells them, hey, you're in the wrong place. Scoot down and press this button. It's just interesting. It's got personality. It's memorable, and it makes him likable, which is quite important if you're running for office. But adding personality to even the most mundane thing like a 404 error, that adds credibility and adds personality to your product, to your business. Guys, I got one more I want to leave you with, but before that, I got to give love to today's sponsor, ActiveCampaign. Guys, we talk about email marketing and email marketing automation all the time here on the $100 MBA Show, how it really helps you customize your messages to your audience. But did you ever wonder what tool we use? Well, we actually use ActiveCampaign, and we absolutely love it. ActiveCampaign enables you to send intelligence-driven emails based on your customers' actions and behaviors. You could treat your contacts like unique individuals, like I mentioned, rather than sending everyone the same message. With marketing automation, your campaigns listen, they learn, they adopt, they respond, all based on your contact's behavior and their customer profile. So if your customer profile changes, like let's say a subscriber to a customer, they can get beautiful new emails customized just for them. And ActiveCampaign itself is beautiful. It's an easy-to-use platform, and you don't need to hire some sort of consultant to set it up for you. You could do it all yourself. Guys, get on this. Don't snooze on ActiveCampaign. And in fact, you can sign up for a free 14-day trial right now. No credit card is required. Just visit the special link, activecampaign.com/MBA. There's no training fees, no contracts, and pricing is accessible at any size if you'd like to hang on after the trial. Start marketing smarter today with ActiveCampaign. Again, that's activecampaign.com/MBA. Get started for free for 14 days. The final thought I want to leave you with is the idea that personality isn't just something that's superficial. Your product's personality can really demonstrate your values as a company, as an organization, what you and your company believes in. Here's an example, Zappos. Zappos puts its values right on their boxes. In fact, one that I see here says Zappos family core value number 4, be adventurous, creative, and open-minded. They share their values, and that adds personality. We all know Google's personality. They always change up their art or the way they display Google on their homepage. I believe they're called Google Doodles. On certain days, they'll redo the Google logo to demonstrate or commemorate something that's important. So just keep that in mind. Adding personality is an opportunity to add and show your values. Guys, that wraps up today's lesson. I hope you loved it. I love teaching it. I thought this was a great lesson to teach today. I wanted to make sure that I conveyed it in a brief way, but in a holistic way. If you loved it, if you got something out of it, let me know in an iTunes rating and review. Just click on the cover art on your iPhone and you'll see a link that says give us a rating and review. Or if you're on your computer, just go to 100mba.net/show and you'll see a button that says give us a rating and review. The rest is a piece of cake. All right, guys, that's it for me today. But before I go, I want to leave you with this. One of the hugest perks of being a business builder, of being an entrepreneur, creating something for yourself, is you can be yourself. You could do it your way. You make up the rules. You get to be who you want to be. You don't have to model anybody else. You don't have to look like anybody else. You don't have to be quote-unquote professional or whatever that means in your head. This is your time to do things the way you want to do them. And don't hold back. Make sure you convey how you feel about your products and services through your products and services. All right, guys, I'll check you in tomorrow's episode. I'll see you then. Take care.